Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. I'm just back from my birthday trip in Tokyo, bought loads and loads of goodies, way too much. I'm loving these little gachapon thingy majiggies. Look at this, you got these little toy capsules. Huh? Where did my toy go? Where did my toy go? Ah! What is that little tentacle earpiece? I'm going to leave that in for now. So yeah, over the last few weeks we've had a bit of controversy, that Tottenham VAR PGMOL scandal. Obviously we dropped points against Brighton. I don't know if we deserved any more, but we should have held on really. It was 2 mistakes. I'm going to give you some positive news here. Here's why I believe Liverpool will win the league this season. Actually, I believe Liverpool will win at least 2 competitions, but let's go to the league first and foremost. Top 5 reasons. Reason number 5. I'm going to take this off. Oh, by the way, I want another Unko pen stick, look. Oh. Reason number 5. This is the most tactically flexible Liverpool team that we have seen in many a season. We have so many options throughout all the positions on the pitch. Tactical flexibility, the personnel, the attributes, the personas as well. The firepower up front, my goodness, that firepower is OP. I think it is the best attacking unit when they're all fit in the league, at least the most variety. And that is very important. We'll come on to that in a bit. Looking at the options, it's the midfield is the biggest improvement. Because traditionally when we had Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, Wijnaldum, Emery Chan, when we had Ox, Keita, all the options in midfield, kind of knew what you're going to get. A workman-like midfield. They're going to get the ball, they're going to press, they're going to harass, loads of energy. Henderson, you know, he's a bit short pass, play it safe, keep it simple. Milner trying his best, but you know, growing on in age. Fabinho cleaning up and mopping up in the number 6 position. He's probably the only one in that midfield that you can probably call the best in his position at a certain time. You've got ball carriers like Wijnaldum who retain the ball and rotate the ball and keep things going. Ox couldn't stay fit, but he could break the lines, but a horrific injury in Rome really put a stop on his promising Liverpool career because he was on fire. He was the reason why we scored that goal against Man City, breaking the lines and shooting a rocket across the goal past Ederson. Unfortunate for Ox, but he's always injury prone anyway. Naby Keita, made of glass, just could not stay fit. Made the difference as well. That Manchester United goal, you know, the absolute firecrackers he could fire from either foot. Technically superb, never fit, unreliable. Doesn't even play nowadays. He's injured again with his new club. At least it's someone else's problem now. Pay our dues to the midfields of the past, but now we have an exciting midfield. Sexy Szoboszlai, World Cup winner McAllister, Gravenberch, Wataru Endo, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Thiago yet to come back. Bacic. Lots of options in that midfield, unpredictability, and it's crucial for rotating all the cup competitions as well. And it's important to note that Europa League actually is beneficial for our league prospects because it's not the Champions League where we face a higher caliber, higher tier opposition, which means that we can use the squad, we can pad out the squad. Ben Doak will get a run out, rotating between Gakpo and Nunes up front, Diaz, Jota, Salah, Elliott. Even on backline, Kostas Tsimikas, Kelleher, we have a really strong squad. We'll talk about the squad in a different video. There's so many different options for all the different varieties of play that Jurgen Klopp might want to do. And in defensive positions as well, people thought we were short in defence, but actually that defence isn't bad at all. Where is the glaring weakness? Robertson, Kostas Tsimikas backing him up, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Gomez, and you can actually interchange them depending on the role and the defensive stability that you want, and whether you need Trent to break the lines or join into that midfield as well. Centre back, Konate, Van Dijk, Gomez, and now Jarrell Quansah. Quansah, you didn't see that one coming, did you? Neither did I. No one knew about him. Unknown quantity. Carragher knew a bit about him. Not too much. And Joel Matip having a renaissance as well. Do you remember that season? Joel Matip actually played better than Van Dijk during that whole season. People underestimate him. You don't lose all your ability in your tactical new, and your absolutely hilarious banter. Have you seen that new video of Szoboszlai, Jota and Matip? What a cracker. I love Matip. Legend. So funny. Cacao chocolate or water or whatever it was. That was hilarious. Or was it Chalco? Yes, so Liverpool's options in the squad really over the course of the season will make a big impact, and you'll see what I mean when we get towards the latter stages. I mean, people are complaining we have no dedicated 6 at the moment. We do have a dedicated 6. Endo can play that role, Bacic can play that role, Thiago is actually 6 on the back, he can play that role as well. But it's the unit. Klopp emphasises the unit and the team structure. If we defend well as a team, his attributes said actually bring out more of the overall elements of play that we're going for. rather than a dedicated destroyer. You get Czech Decore, you get someone Sangare who break up play, but what are they going to contribute in other phases of play? You're stuck with a bore winner, and then you get that horrible scenario if you're through on goal. Sissoko, Son's on your right hand side. Van Dijk only needs to cover Son because Sissoko under pressure is not going to beat an Alisson Becker. Okay, so defensive midfield destroyer number 6, don't need it for now. Maybe in January we'll revisit that. And they're looking at Andre Trindade from Fluminense, and obviously they finished their Copa Libertadores in November. He'll be match fit, he'll have a month of rest. It makes a lot of sense, but we'll analyse whether Andre will be coming in January and whether it's a good fit or not in another video as well, so keep tuned for that. Options in midfield, I reckon we have a very, very strong squad. Look at Tottenham, look at Chelsea, look at Man City, look at Manchester United. There's glaring weaknesses in all of those squads. Arsenal are looking pretty competent, pretty good as well, but they've been hit by some pretty bad injuries as well, and they're bedding in some new players. Let's see how they do. And now to point number 2. This Liverpool team is full of leaders. Actually, Klopp traditionally has liked to fill the Liverpool squad full of leaders, full of inspirational men. He always brings an inspirational figure from the sporting world to give a pep talk to the Liverpool team before the season, possibly even after the season, even before a trophy, that kind of thing. We had Milner, we had Henderson. Now we've got lots of national team captains as well. Szoboszlai is the captain of Hungary. Wataru Endo is the captain of Japan. He is the captain of Stuttgart. Van Dijk is the captain of Liverpool, and he is the captain of the Netherlands. Trent Alexander-Arnold, local boy, knows the values and qualities of Liverpool. He is the vice captain. The fact that he cut his hair before pre-season is a big, big thing because it shows that he's serious. He wants to win. And talking about winning, a lot of these players have experience winning, okay? Van Dijk, Trent, Gomez, Matip, all the old school players that are still remaining in this squad know what it's like to win. And they've got the hunger to win, especially those that are coming towards the end of their career. Wataru Endo has come to Liverpool because he knows this is his best opportunity to win the biggest prizes in the world, and he's going to give it his all. Gambare, gambare, gambare. Endo fighter! Van Dijk as well wants to show he's not over the hill, over the injury. Wants to show he's not over the hill. Obviously, the injury by Pickford. Dirty Pickford. Anyway, he will come to the fore as well because now he's got the captaincy armband. He will want to show what he's all about. Matip, never say die attitude as well. He's going to give it his all. And he got new players who haven't won anything with Liverpool yet. Szoboszlai, he's coming in. He wants to win. He's been with Leipzig, who have always come very, very close to the Bundesliga, but couldn't quite overcome that, that final hurdle. You've got World Cup winner McAllister, who brings that winning mentality, and he's played with Messi in the starting 11 from the final. Konate was a World Cup finalist. He's wanting to win something as well. Similar to Kostas Tsimikas, even new boys wanting to break into the Liverpool team like Ben Doak, who will get a run out in the Europa League. Hopefully will win that as well. Klopp is a winner. He's won every prize in the game except Europa League, but he can win that this season. Pep Lijnders looks like a natural winner. He's determined to win every day on the training ground. He can't bear to lose. Mo Salah, speaking can't bear to lose, he win at ping pong, he win at darts, he win at snooker. He hates losing even in training. And a good thing, the positive thing about this season, right, is Mo Salah still being the best right winger in the world. There, I said it. He still is the golden boy on the right wing. He's not all about goals. His assists are outrageous in that half space between defensive line, between the fullback and the centre back, creating from that channel. He's outrageous. He doesn't need to dribble. He doesn't need the techers in and out of the box. In that position, he creates like a beast outside the left foot or the right foot, or waiting the right tempo, the right timing to release the ball. Him and Nunes, a little bit of a bromance going on there. Salah is bang on it as well, and he wants to win. And this season is there for the picking. There's no outstanding team at the moment. Everyone has pros, everyone have cons, and Liverpool have had their fair share of bad luck and horrible decisions already, and we're only 3 points off the top. Why can't we win? That squad is looking excellent, and on balance of probability and in terms of how we're playing, we could be any team on the day. Point number 3. Old cliche is that goals win games. It's actually more important than that because Chelsea keeping clean sheets, a very stubborn, rigid defence with Jose Mourinho, John Terry, Carvalho, Paulo Ferreira, Makaleli in front of them. Beast of a unit. You're never going to score against them. However, they scored the goals to win the games. Drogba, Lampard, very reliable. However, they were the main goal sources, right? As well as those silky wingers either side, Duff, Robin. But you'll notice that the game has changed now, and Klopp has overturned a new kind of persona grata, which is attacking and getting the goals. He's really all about the goals because goals not only win games, goals are absolutely important to put yourself in a position to earn the points. And it's actually a lot more important to go for it now in games, especially with that additional extra time at the end of games, right? Going for it and risking a loss when you have the firepower that Liverpool do with Gakpo and Nunes. A false 9, someone who technically is very adept playing with back to goal in Gakpo, someone who can run the lines in Nunes and is improving his hold-up play, who can go from out to in, run the channels, go in and around and behind, and take a pot shot from distance. Gakpo can actually shoot with both feet. When you have this attacking threat tallied with Jota, who's one of the biggest, best finishers with both feet in the league. He says he shoots better with his left foot, his right foot is immense, and he's good in the air as well. His header is actually on point. He's a bit of a streaky player. When he's on fire, on form, Jota can slot them in. Sometimes he's better coming off the bench as well. But then you have Luis Diaz, a mercurial talent on the left wing, who can do it all himself against Palace. Do you remember we couldn't break down Crystal Palace? Cutting in 1, cutting in 2. You know he's going to cut him side, but you can't stop him. But he can go around the outside as well. He can do a shuffle. He can hit with the outside of his foot. He can assist. He can actually contribute to the play in the deeper third as well. And then Mo Salah, there's not much you can say about Mo Salah. Top 3 players of Liverpool history. Kenny Dalglish, Steven Gerrard, Mo Salah, interchangeable. Who do you prefer? It's a generational thing, right? But Mo Salah holds so many records in the Liverpool team. Never has his head down. Sets the example in training and on the pitch. He just wants to win. He wants to score. Now he wants to assist as well. He wants to win, okay? This firepower up front, and when you add in the likes of people like Ben Doak, okay, and then from that attacking third just behind him, Szoboszlai with the long range shots. We have goals from midfield now. Gravenberch is breaking in. He seems like a very good option to be a line breaker, to break that final line, to get in there, to either assist, to play the ball, to traverse the ball, bring the ball, or distribute it to someone in the final third, and they can do something with it as well. Elliott is prone to playing in a half space as a kind of pseudo mini Salah, and he can take a pot shot as well. Curtis Jones has got the odd goal in him. Van Dijk, Matip, Konate, all great in the air. They can score a goal. Trent with a free kick, with a long shot, with a pot shot, with a range shot, setting the tempo. Maestro from deep, creating assist from his own half even, on the right half space, way out wide. Robertson, an assist Maestro on the left. There's goals throughout this. Even Alisson Becker. There's goals everywhere in this team. And goals are so important, because when you have the firepower of Liverpool and the ambitions of Liverpool, going for the win is not the same as Brentford or Wolves or even Aston Villa or West Ham going for the win. When you go for the win, there's a higher probability than not that you're going to get the goal that you need to be able to try to hold on and hang on. Hanging on is a different story as a team defensive unit, but you need to get the goal to get yourself in a position to get the 3 points, because a draw is no good this season. Okay, we've won a point. We stole a point out now. We've got a point. You need 3 draws to equal 1 win. Think about that. 3 games. You can pass 3 games in a 38 game season to get 3 points. Or you can really go for it in 3 matches. And the strength of Liverpool is at least going to win 1 of those, which means that straight away, 1 game, 3 games is equal points tally. So you've got 2 games of a free shot to get an additional point or an additional 3 points. And if you're really going for it, if you can just win 1 of those games, that's 6 points compared to 3 points, which is 50% increase. It's double. It's huge. 6 points is huge. 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 And then point number 4, carrying on with firepower. 4 horsemen for life. WCW. I digress. Opposition teams are nothing special. Are you really scared of this Man City team, this Arsenal team? You need firepower. Erling Haaland is always going to score goals, but the biggest, most deadly threat to get Haaland in on goal, and the other threat you have to watch for from range or dictating the play or threading that ball, De Bruyne is out injured. Haaland will not score as many goals on his own without De Bruyne on the pitch. I guarantee you that. And then you have Gundogan. People underestimate how silky, what a baller Gundogan is, because if the team's not scoring, he'll go and score himself with either foot, curl it in, smash it in, place it in, head it in. Gundogan was a beast, absolute beast for Man City. Kovacic is a good player, ball player, box to box, but he's not a goal scorer like Gundogan, and he's not going to bail him out in that regard. And similarly, I don't think Grealish is as consistent a goal contributor in terms of assist or goals as Mahrez. Mahrez was underrated. He really scored a lot of important goals. And he had the techers to keep going. Grealish is a really good player. But I don't see him getting those high numbers of assists and goals to make up for the lack of overall goals that De Bruyne not being on the pitch and De Bruyne assisting Haaland. I know Julian Alvarez is really good, really silky player, but he's still young, right? He's not the one I'd depend on to win the league and for those goals. It's got to be Haaland supplying Haaland in the system. And if you don't play Haaland, what's the point? What's the point of even having him? And if you don't play to Haaland's strength, what is the point? He's not as strong as other players in different systems. You've got to get Haaland the ball and he'll crack it in and finish it, even up his arse. So the goal power, the firepower of Manchester City, there is a massive ass kind of hole there, right? In terms of consistent threat from previous seasons. I know the defense is rigid, is very solid. Gvardiol, great player. Akanji looking good. Ake on form. Stones to come back in as well. Ruben Diaz. but they're not as scary as before. They're beatable. Wolves beat them already. Arsenal beat them already. They're beatable. They're really, really beatable this season. And then speaking of Arsenal, the squad is good, but there's always question marks as well. Does Kai have a start? Does he not start? Is that firepower good enough? Gabriel Jesus, Nketiah. Saka has been doing, really good Salah imitation. Saka's really, really good. Promising young player. Martinelli's very silky, scores the goals as well. Odegaard, what a baller. Great number 10. Partey holding it with Declan Rice, very good. Squad is very good, but at Anfield and at the Emirates, I would fancy Liverpool to go head to head, and anyone can come out with a win on day. And that's the point. Liverpool can beat any team in the league. At any ground. On any day. With any lineup. Liverpool have so many options. I'm not saying we're going to beat them. I'm not going to say we're always going to beat them. But I can say that I'm confident Liverpool will give them a game and have a chance to beat every single team in the league. And that's all you want. That means the squad is good enough. There's no absolute perfect squad. You don't play with, prime Beckenbauer, Zidane, Cruyff, Maradona, Romario, Ronaldo. You don't need that. You have your players, you back them, you put them in a system that you think will beat opposition on day. And I'm actually going to give you a dedicated video on what Klopp probably plans in the tactical room, in the boot room, in his office, what his mind goes through in terms of setting out the strategy and the alternative variations and being flexible in game. And flexibility is very important. We'll come on to that as well. But the opposition just don't scare us. Chelsea could probably nick a point here or there. They'll lose to Forest and they could nick a point off City. Manchester United could absolutely look garbage, but Rashford could turn it on for one game, score two up at half time, and it could end 2-2 with Manchester City. Arsenal, they haven't always dominated the ball, haven't always dominated the game. They've dropped points here and there, and they've been lucky a few times as well. Tottenham, very, very reliant on Heung-min Son. I love that Korean boy. Very, very good. Very talented. He can shoot with either foot. What a talisman. Great player. He's making up for the loss of Harry Kane and Ball as well. It's looking good, but Richarlison's not a good backup. If Son gets injured, what are they going to do? If Maddison gets injured, a lot of the threat is similar to the De Bruyne effect. Losing Maddison in the Tottenham team would be devastating. I don't trust Kulusevski or Richarlison or anyone to make up that goal difference that Son and Maddison contribute to. And then you've got teams like West Ham and Aston Villa and Wolves, who could take points off anybody. And Brighton. How can you underestimate Brighton? They know exactly what they're doing with the patterns of play. Mitoma turning on. Fantastic, fantastic player. Japani Kuteru-jan. It means we're alive. So yeah, when you put yourself head to head against all the other teams in the season, Liverpool has got as good a chance as anybody. I'd say the top three would be Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City in any miscellaneous order. But I'm going with Liverpool. I really, really think Liverpool will do it this season. We've already had our fair share of bad luck beyond that PGMOL, VAR calls, all those red cards are ridiculous, right? If things balance themselves over the course of the season, they really won't. Bad luck happens and we might get absolutely shafted again and again. But think about it, even when we did get shafted, we were still in the game. 10 men we were still dominating, we should have been ahead, right? And even with 9 men, we didn't concede at all. We scored an own goal, a dodgy, fluky own goal. And the winning mentality, the monster mentality, I talked about leaders, right? And the winning mentality in the squad. I trust these boys. I really, really trust them. And you want it to be exciting. You don't want to go all the way through the season we win every single time. That's like cheating on Football Manager or Pro Evolution Soccer, right? I don't play FIFA. But yeah, I'm really optimistic that Liverpool can bash any team on any given day, especially at Anfield. And away as well. We've got good players for an away counter-attacking kind of lineup. But one of the key reasons, number 5, 555, 5-time WCW champion Booker T. I think Liverpool will win the league this season. It's because of Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has a limited time left at Liverpool. This is Liverpool 2.0. 2-0. Let's get some 2-0s, not some 3-1s. He finally has the tools in midfield to facilitate any tactic that he wants to do on the pitch. He's stuck with a traditional 4-3-3 for many a season because the 3 in midfield need to be workmanlike, horsemanlike, win the ball, retain the ball, recycle the ball to get Firmino, Mane and Salah in position to win the game. We had Jota backing them up, we had Luis Diaz backing up, but we were very predictable. Teams knew how to set up against us and on the counter-attack, putting people in those half spaces where we isolate the fullback, over the top of Trent, etc., back post. We were very attackable. That generation won everything it possibly could. We could have won more if there's no financial doping. But now, you don't know how Liverpool are going to set up. Is it going to be the 4-3-3? Is it going to be the 3-box 3, the 3-4-3 box formation, double W formation, it's old WM Dutch formation? Is it going to be a 4-4-1-1? A take on the 4-4-2 with Salah in behind Nunes? Is it going to be a 4-2-4 which we started against Man City? Put all your attackers in there, overload to get the early goal and hold back and play the game 1-0 up. We didn't actually get the goal, but that was the intention. Klopp put it in there, it was working, we just couldn't bury the goal. Guardiola adapted and we had to adapt again. Or is it going to be a 4-4-2 diamond? A pivot, AC Milan style. It will be a Christmas tree. 4-3-2-1. We have every single option because we have 2 line breakers. Gravenberch and Szoboszlai can break the lines. I'm going to explain the 4-2-2-2 formation in due time. 4-3-3 still has its merits. Overlapping fullbacks, Robertson and Trent will still be as good as anybody in that attacking kind of third as fullbacks, getting those assists there. We have firepower, we can play the ball in behind now. We have Szoboszlai, we have McAllister, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, we have a lot of ball players in the middle. Even Endo can do it. Slide the ball through to Nunes, he's got the pace. Slide the ball through to Salah, he's got the pace. We're a big team as well. We've got attacking threat on set pieces. Nunes, Gakpo, Jota, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, Matip, Konate, the list goes on, and we've got good set piece deliveries. Trent, Szoboszlai, Robertson. There's so many options in this team. Klopp has every tool at his disposal. As I said, we don't have the dedicated number 6 yet, but imagine that Thiago came back into play. We have another line breaker from deep who can dictate the tempo of the play and change the pace of the ball. This is something we've really been missing, right? Thiago's ability to change the pace of the pass being played, or hold on for that split second longer, or play it blind, or play it early, right? This ball is the only one I believe Liverpool are missing at this crucial time. Once he's fit and raring to go second half of the season, I think he'll make a big impact. And we've got the January transfer window where we know we have money available. We have that transfer bucket that we actually revealed on Caicedo, spent part of it on Endo and Gravenberch, but still have a kitty there to resolve any differences. Andre Trindade from Fluminense, a possibility. Thiago's successor, but will he actually contribute this season? It's to be seen, because Thiago is better than Andre in all areas of the game right now, and he's Premier League proven, and he knows Liverpool's system, and he's got the general head. Yet to be seen. But if you remember from my point earlier about the winning mentality and going for all the points, Klopp has all the tools at his disposal now. I really think he got backed. This is a complete midfield overhaul, what we all wanted as fans, and it's really exciting. I want to see what McAllister does, you know, the little shuffle, little turn, boy over the top to Nunes. I want to see Szoboszlai release the crack and tracking back, running for 90 minutes, doing his quiff, doing his hair. I want to see Wataru Endo on the pitch, cementing his legacy as Legendo, showing what he's all about. Don't you doubt him. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a musical. Don't you doubt Wataru Endo. He'll come to prominence. He'll come to fore. He'll play his part. Gravenberch is already having a head start ahead of him, you know. He's on the pitch. He should have hit that left foot. He should have controlled that left foot shot against Brighton easy. It wasn't the easiest one. It's bouncing, bobbling, came at him at pace, Szoboszlai played it across. We would have won that game if he scored. But anyway, Gravenberch, that touch is insane. The ability to beat the press, beat the man, retain the ball, the gangly legs. Carragher related him to Patrick Vieira. Possibility. Similarities there. Vieira is more of a destroyer, but Gravenberch is very young and huge potential, sky potential. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. People who doubting Gravenberch, saying I don't want Gravenberch to come to Liverpool. What were you on about? Gravenberch is absolutely top dog. That is a reason why so many teams wanted him in his Ajax days. Even in his Bayern Munich days, he was still linked to top teams. Not playing for Bayern Munich is not a disservice to his characteristics and attributes. He just didn't fit the system and he wasn't favoured by the coach, but Klopp loves him and he plays with a smile. He's part of the 3 Dutch bros right now. Gakpo, Van Dijk and Gravenberch. Endo, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. That is a really, really good set of midfielders. I'm so happy with those options, and Klopp should be too. And this is why I think Klopp 2.0, we have as good a chance as any team to win the league and the League Cup and the FA Cup. We're going to win the Europa League. So guys, be optimistic. I know the last 2 weeks haven't been the most positive. I had a good time in Tokyo on my birthday. I stayed up 3 AM to watch those matches. I was disappointed in the result, but we're going to win the league. Or at least I hope so. Hopefully that gives you some optimism and 5 very legitimate reasons why I think we'll be right up there at the end of the season. And we've been a little bit lucky with injuries as well, right? I know Gakpo is out. Thiago is yet to come back. Bacic had a setback as well. But do you not look forward to every Liverpool match now with expectation that we're going to do quite well? Isn't that a really good feeling? And also, opposition can drop points anywhere. Man City have Onana in goal. Onana, what you do, Onana? So yep, keep safe. Let's crush Everton this weekend. Going for 3-0. I will do predictions on this particular game. I think this channel doesn't quite meet the requirements to start live streaming yet, so I got to look them up. I think I need 1,000 subscribers or 40,000 watch hours or something. So please subscribe, like if you haven't already. As soon as I'm able to do the live streams, I will do. I'll explore the possibilities of doing it on my main channel, the Miyazaki Man, as well. Make sure you subscribe to that. I'll still be releasing some Liverpool content periodically on that one as well until I get a full set of features on this channel. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about our chances of winning the league this season. Until next time, Miyazaki Man Ichiban. Peace, much love. You'll never walk alone. Sayonara mina.